Hey, welcome. It's Professor Mike. Welcome to Divine Guidance Institute, Modern Day Mystery School. Dr. Nick is here in spirit today. She'll be here physically the next time. Hey, I got a great topic today I want to chat with you guys about. It's called GODSPEAK. GODSPEAK. How to know literally what language God speaks. How to know the language of God. In other words, the celestial language of the supreme, of God. And it's interesting because my whole life I wondered, like, where's God? I mean, people talk about God and all the books, all the sacred books from the Quran to the Bible to the Bhagavad Gita talk about God, but I didn't really sense a God. I didn't feel a God. Didn't really know in terms of running into God, having an experience with Holy Spirit inwardly, kind of like maybe near-death experience where you go to the other side and then you come back and most of those people all go, holy moly, I had an experience with the divine, with God, with some celestial being. So what is God speak? But it runs on autopilot and it runs every day and it's always there. And God is always speaking to us. We just don't hear it. We just don't see it. We just don't know it. It's kind of like maybe two people are off in the distance doing sign language and you can't hear it and you can't really see them because it's too distant. So you don't even know the communication, the speak is going on between two individuals through sign language. And that's kind of like God speak. It runs on 24/7. And I call it our internal AI. Literally, we all have an internal AI and it runs on autopilot. But to access it, to hear it, we must be silent. Number one, we can't be chatting. We won't hear it. We must be silent, take a few breaths and listen inwardly. That's our internal AI. And what is the internal AI? It's really our internal compass that runs on 24/7. It's a vibration. But at the same time, our internal compass, you could say, is our left brain and our right brain, but put them together. So you get a holistic approach to everything. Left brain is all the thoughts, what we think of something and we see an image, but feeling it and knowing it is right brain stuff, kind of like visualization. When we put them together, we really have accessed our internal AI, and we all have it. But I'll tell you, with all the noise and all the distraction outwardly, constantly people chattering and the TV's on and I'm looking at my phone 24/7 and my PC is giving me some emails and notifying me. And it's like, with all that going on, I really can't hear or access my internal AI. It blocks it. It really blocks it. And the noise is the enemy today. Make no mistake. You should shoot the noise. Take that cell phone and put a round through it. That's part of the problem, the noise. And that keeps everybody frozen where they are. And they all feel that they have no access to their internal AI to get the answers, to know what? Know anything, your career, your finance, your relationship. Is that my soulmate? Should I move to New York? Oh my God, invest in that new portfolio stock. And I get it every day. They go, Mike, how do you know? How do you really know? That's what we teach, the ancient way of knowing. That's God speak. And we teach people literally how to access it. And and people go, well, I don't remember my dreams, or I don't see signs, or what is intuition? Is it paranoia? What's the difference? Well, there's a big difference, and we need to access our dreams, signs, and intuition. That's the God Speak system. It runs on autopilot, and it's there 24/7, literally guiding us with divine guidance if we have it turned on and if we access it. And you go, wow. That's interesting because perhaps I haven't had my system turned on. And how do I do that? People tell me all the time, Mike, I haven't remembered a dream in 20 years, 10 years, 5 years. Signs, where are they? Where's the signs? I'm looking out my window. I don't see any. And intuition, what is it? What is intuition? Is it a thought? No, it's a feeling that comes in our gut area. That's intuition. The first thing that comes in when I wonder, like, should I move to LA Before I even get the question out, there's a gut feeling. It's either a not, which means probably stop, don't go, or it's a flow like, ooh, that feels good. Well, maybe I should move there because there's a positive vibration attached to it. It's letting me know that's an open door. It's really that simple. Here's how to turn the system on so you have access to GODSPEAK. That way we can communicate directly with it, whatever it is. And trust me, I have no idea what it is. Where does it live? What does it look like? What's it do? The closest I can come is a form of energy, but it's not really energy. It's beyond energy. I do know that, and beyond quantum physics. However, the GODSPEAK comes in through quantum. It gets distributed through quantum physics, which is pure science. Quantum has never been wrong in a prediction in the quadrillions of predictions that they use quantum for 50 to 60% of everything we do in society now is backed by quantum, and it's never wrong. So the way to turn the system on, simply, I'll share that with you. 2 letters, H-U, and it's pronounced Hugh, like the name Hugh. It goes Hugh, Hugh, H-U, Hugh. Like the pastel, hue, H-U-E, hue, and you'll feel it immediately in the solar plexus. That's the golden key that triggers the system. That's the golden key that turns the system on. Once we hue for a couple minutes, say you're laying down to sleep, hue for a minute before you go to sleep, and trust me, you will remember your dreams. God, I remembered a dream. I remembered 5 dreams. People who said they never remember dreams call me and go, wow, Mike, I remembered 3 or 4 dreams last night. That's absolutely phenomenal. That's because it turns that GODSPEAK system on. Hue, it's a vibration that comes in through the quantum level. And quantum particles at the quantum level, there's only light and sound. Split an atom like, an atomic bomb or a hydrogen bomb. The light will blind us if we're too close. There's light, and the movement of the atoms themselves creates a sound. Very low, very deep. That's the sound. And it's also the sound that created the universe. In the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God. What's that word? Hue. Hue goes back thousands and thousands of years. So you turn the system on with that. Then you need to listen. Try to be silent occasionally, at least once in a while. And you will hear, you will be given an intuition. It'll be a feeling that comes in of something you should do. You've been wondering about. Here's the answer. You get nudged to do it. Or you'll see a sign. You're wondering about something, going back to school, and suddenly the car in front of you has a bumper. Put some class in your life. Go back and take classes at Scooby-Doo Community College or a university. And you go, wow, that's a synchronicity. Exactly. That's a sign. There is no chance, no synchronicity. It's chance. Everything is connected and determined. Comes in through the quantum level. That's GODSPEAK, and it's speaking to us, not to other people. It's always personal for us. So you'll get that sign, and you'll see a sign. Maybe you're getting ready to make an investment, and suddenly the person in front of you is holding up a stop sign, maybe for the kids to cross the street, but it catches your attention. It's real big. Out of nowhere, they pull us off, stop. And then you hear the word a minute later. Somebody says, I need to stop doing that. That's a sign, and reconfigure everything. That's going on 24/7. That's the GODSPEAK. That's the language of God. Dream, signs, intuition. You got the golden key. Use the hue. That will turn the system on. You'll start noticing things, hearing things, whisperings inwardly. You'll hear the message that's specifically for you to give you divine guidance in your life. And it makes things so much easier with all the misinformation. 81% of the online dating is lies. People bend the truth. Nothing is truth out there. Who do you really trust? Trust yourself. That's why we have that internal guidance system. We were given that guidance system when we came here, when we started out. As a baby, we have it automatically. All we need to do is listen and make sure that it's turned on. Use the hue to turn it on, and then listen. And suddenly you'll start remembering your dreams. You'll see the signs, all kinds of coincidence, you'll call them, or synchronicity or kismet. There's a lot of words for it. But that's a message directly for you. That's the GODSPEAK. That's the language of God. Dream, signs, and intuition. Use vibrations to turn that system on for you. And that's really the That's the science of the GODSPEAK. And, you know, just as a tip, what I do every day is I take a few deep breaths. I try to remember breathe because the SEALs use it. And, you know, they're very experienced combat veterans. They do not mess around. Whenever there's like they're in combat, firefights, whatever, they take 2 or 3 deep breaths and you'll feel it. It shuts the mind down. All the fear, you're going to die, you're going to get shot, you're going to get all that stuff, fear. When you breathe, turns that mind right off, but it amps up the volume on the GODSPEAK, the inner truth. And then you'll hear those messages coming and then are directed to you, specifically for you, so you can avoid adversity and getting blindsided again on a daily basis. You sidestep all that because it'll show you in divine guidance which way to go and how to avoid the adversity. So you got it. That's the GODSPEAK. And that is just for you. That's golden, and you can use it to dramatically improve your life and step into a new you with the hue. Hey, Professor Mike out. Have a really good one, okay?